Hey guys, but today we're going to be showing you how to do a ladder flick wrap in Roblox. Make sure to like and subscribe and let's begin. So first what you want to do is get this type of setup, maybe even larger to make it more difficult. So first what you will want to do the ladder flick wrap, if it's about this long, I recommend going to the very end right here. That's what you would probably do if you don't fully know how to do it. Doing that and you're able to do it is basically luck. Like I just did the ladder flick wrap right there. So first what you want to do is line up here. There are multiple ways to do this. There's zooming in. There is also shift lock. And there's also not very far. Those are a couple ways to do it. Let's start off with shift lock. You won't want to jump right there. There's also a couple more ways to do this. So if it's about this big, I recommend going to the edge like this. And turn on shift lock. Then jump. Hold W and jump. Turn your camera around so that does a ladder flick, so that doesn't end up putting you like that. Ladder flicks allow you to do something special. Like I'll go back to a different stage, like this one. Usually when you just normally jump on it, it pushes you back. But when you do a flick on it, it pushes you in the direction you want to go, depending how you flick it. So there's also several other ways to do it. But let's say that those other ways don't work. It's just basically sideways. And that makes it much harder. And this, instead of being an obstacle, this is preventing the player from jumping there. Instead of acting like an obstacle, it becomes a wraparound. A normal wraparound looks something like this. It looks something like that. Except you're doing one on a ladder. And since you can't just jump normally and get to the end of the wraparound and land on the other side, you can't really do that because there's a flick right there that you have to do. The ladder flick is another glitch in Roblox that makes you do this. This is a sideways ladder flick wall hop. So you have to do a ladder flick and go around it like this. Looks like something like that. Here's a harder one though. This one. It's much more harder, and you have to do it like that. I recommend just going all the way around, about a quarter of a 360 angle, or half of a 180 angle, which is a straight angle, instead of 360 angle, which is a full circle. I recommend just turning half of the circle with your mouse or with your camera if you're on mobile. There's also another way you could do this. I don't really have a name for this. I have no idea what to call this method. But you could go behind like this. You press forward, space if you're on computer, but jump, and shift lock or zoom in to pull this off. Something like that. It's a hard method, but most people don't have but a lot of people don't have those other methods. They are not able to do it on their device. So if you don't have those methods, then you should use this. And yes, it is harder for most players to do this, but it's a good way to do it if you don't have any other methods. Another way you can do it is basically same thing, but it's an easier method. You go in front, slightly tilt, and then do the wraparound. It also does the ladder flick for you, and you don't have to do a longer wrap. This, all you have to do is tilt slightly. Make sure you don't press them at the same time, but almost at the same time, exactly. It should look something like that, but except you make it the whole way. It's still quite difficult for a lot of players, especially that it's hard to not press it at the same time, but it does the flick for you. That. Let's say you go to an even harder one. Let's say this one. And you use the same methods. It's almost impossible to do it with these methods. So another way you can pull this one off is by doing that. Instead of being so close, you should be about 2 and 3 on the ladder. What that means exactly, on the second and third square of the ladder. If you want to make it really difficult, you can use the first square. I recommend second and third, and then you just go around it. If you get an even harder one, you could basically use that no flick method. And you just need a lot of luck to do this. If you get something like this. And guys, that's basically it. Make sure to like and subscribe. And bye guys. Bye.